Good. Where,
Nice hair, Tai.
where's my hair?
Let me know when you're ready.
I look all messed up, yo.
Thanks for joining us, Tai. We have UFC heavyweight Tai Tuivasa. We will start with EDO Fan with PP Sports in China.
Hello, Tai. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Your hairstyle was amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
So this is Eddie Fan from PP Sport China. I've been wondering. So I have three questions for you today. So Tai, it must be quite difficult for you to deal with those three stray losses, and since you consider it as a learning curse, so how are you going to put? Are you going to put extra pressure on yourself to face a seasonal fighter like Stefan, who holds like 41 games, which is amazing in the age of 32?
Nah, I wouldn't have took the fight if I thought like that. No, I'm in this sport to test myself, and I think the best way to test myself is fight these better guys, and just because I come off a few losses, I think that I've just had to improve myself on a few things, and I'm ready to come back.
So Stefan, your opponent is a well-known, reckoned name in the UFC who's full of experiences, and you are younger and full of passions. So what will be the main gear in your toolbox for you to get a big W?
Just having a crack, Stefan's good on his feet. I think that I think I'm good on my feet. So I think all around it'll be a good fight. He's a black belt and whatnot, but I think I've done all I had to do to improve my game on the ground. And like I said, it's all about testing myself. And instead of trying to fight nobodies or something like that, I'd rather fight these big guys and come back on the winning column on a good fight.
So after this fight, do you have any plan to challenge the top 10s, maybe top 15s, and just get your career further and maybe challenge a belt one day?
I think in the past I fought a bit too much on what's ahead and not what's in front of me. So I think from my experiences, I deal with Sunday and I get that job done, and then we move forward from there.
So the final question, which I think you know is going, which you cannot avoid, Tai. Any chance we're gonna see the Shui again, or you just want people to shut up about it?
No. I made my bed and I got to lay in it. So the shui means that I've done a good thing. So I'm definitely ready for a shui. It's been a long time, and ready for a hard-earned shui. That's for sure.
So finally, a favor that I am asking on behalf of the Chinese fans, since we are getting up 3 a.m. in the morning to watch the fight, can you
Yes.
cheer us up and shout something out loud, which is the thing I do for every fighter I interview tonight?
What's that?
Just shout it out, and inspire the Chinese fans to get up 3 a.m. in the morning to watch their fight.
You want me to shout it out?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Get up, China!
So thanks very much, and wish you all the best, Tai. Have a nice day.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Next up, we have Damon Martin with
Is that what you
MMA
wanted me to do? I think so. Okay, sweet.
Hi. In this sport, we're kind of a sport built on the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. When you win a couple of fights, you're the greatest fighter in the history of the sport. When you lose a couple, suddenly you're a bum and you shouldn't be in the UFC. How have you dealt with that? Because you came in, right away, huge. You win streaks, knockouts, everyone's talking, but you've had to deal with some losses. Losses are just part of the sport. But how do you deal with that? That kind of the highest of highs and then the lowest of lows when you have the win streak and then you have to deal with a couple losses.
This is a sport. I deal with it like a sport. I think I've lost in life a fair few times, and nothing's really held me down before. So I don't see it holding me down now. I'm 27. I'm young. I can only learn. You know what I mean? I can only learn. So I think it's time. I've had to go back and back to the drawing board, and I think I'm back. Improve myself, and I'm back to get back in the ring for sure.
You've never been a guy to make any excuses after a loss or anything like that, but you kind of grown up into UFC in a way. I mean, you came in with 6 fights, and obviously you basically had as many fights in the UFC as you had the rest of your career. Like, have you thought about that? Like, you've literally been kind of learning, while you're in the UFC. It's kind of a crazy stage to have, this level where you're basically still learning as who you are as a fighter.
Well, thanks. At least someone knows. A lot of these people are quick to say, but man, I think I've done a lot of things in life like that. If I'm not learning as we go, you think you know it all. But I'm here to. That's my competitive side. I'm here to learn and have a crack. And what better way to lose against some ex-champions and in the future beat some? So.
And when you look at a guy like Stefan Struve, of course, he's a veteran. I don't think we could talk about Stefan Struve without talking about fighting a guy of his height. When you deal with that, I mean, is that something, I mean, you have to deal with it a certain way because he is so tall. Like, is that just one of those things you just have to go in there and punch up? Or do you actually prepare for a guy who is literally 7 foot tall, tallest guy in the UFC? Like, how do you prepare for that?
Luckily, just by chance, I had a really good kickboxer legs that I brought in, and me and him have spent the whole year together, really. So it just fell into place, and yeah, he's long, he's real reachy. So lucky for him. If it wasn't for him, I think everyone else around me is pretty short. So, but lucky I had him to help me prepare. But yeah, it is tough, These guys are huge, and I've seen Stefan. I met him in Brazil. I met him here. Great guy, and the man's huge. So it's going to be a challenge. But like I said, down for challenging myself and down to get in there.
And last one for me, when you look at the heavyweight division in general, a lot of the top heavyweights are a little older. You look at 35 and higher, and we're starting to see some of the younger guys coming in and starting to make a name for themselves. And obviously, you are a younger guy. Like, do you feel like that's a big part of who you're going to be over these next few years, is showing that kind of youthful injection into this division, and you're still growing? When people talk about top 15, you got plenty of time. You don't need to rush in there right now. Like, do you feel like that's part of it? Because a lot of heavyweights, I mean, Stipe, the champion, I think he's 38 or 39. DC is 40, 41. Like, you got a lot of time to go.
Yeah, well, especially in my MMA experience, I think I'm still very young. I never grew up doing martial arts or rolling around and doing nothing like that, you know what I mean? So, like you said, I'm kind of learning as we go. And luckily, I get to meet some great people like DC, and who offered to take me in and whatnot. And I still got heaps of learning to do. And man, I ain't phased. I'm 27. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to have a job. And to be honest, man, I just like to punch people in the face and get paid and not go to jail. So I'm sweet.
Thanks, Tai.
Cheers, brother.
And next we have Dhruv Sharma from Sportskeeda.
Hi, Tai. Good evening. This is Dhruv from Sportskeeda. How are you doing?
How are you?
Great, man. So, Tai, we've primarily just wanted to ask you about the dealing of the height differential, but I think you've already covered that. I also wanted to have your opinion on the fact that along with yourself, Robert Whittaker, Megan Anderson, and of course, the champ at the middleweight, Israel Adesanya, Australia and New Zealand, these two, this particular region is now, coming forth as a hub of mixed martial arts, and especially with Israel champion, because a while back, when your J-Check won the championship at the strawweight division, there was an explosion of Polish fighters which we had. So do you think you are contributing in making Australia and New Zealand the new hotspot for MMA?
That one, I missed that last bit, eh?
So basically, are you and the likes of Israel and Megan Anderson helping in making Australia and New Zealand a new hotspot for mixed martial arts internationally?
Oh yeah. I said it. I said it when I first come in, and I think we've got much more coming from our side of the world. Especially now, these smaller guys are getting really good on the ground, and we're being able to mix it up with the other countries on the ground and standing up. But I've always said it, and I still stand by it. I think we have a better stand up on our side of the world than most of the world. So we're definitely coming forward, like you said. We got the Alex Volkanovskis, the Rob Whitakers, and guys like that. You know, they're pushing us forward. Megan Anderson, she's gone great. There's definitely more to come. There's definitely more to come.
Right, I missed out Volkanovski over there. Sorry for that. So, in your previous fights, Ty, we've seen that you feed off the energy of the crowd a lot. Especially with your walk-ins and your interactions with the audience. You seem to enjoy the walkouts and the interactions with the audiences. This will be the first time you'll be fighting in an empty arena or with hardly any audience. So, plus this will be your first fight post the pandemic as well. So has the preparation been any different, or how do you plan to, sort of adjust to this new environment where you'll be fighting in?
I'll do my thing as long as I vibe out to my walkout song and I got the tunes pumping. I think it might be good for me, no crowd. I kind of feed off the crowd, and sometimes that might be a good thing, and sometimes it might be a bad thing. But I'm looking forward to something new. It's kind of be like a hard spar, or I suppose, or something like that. But something new, ready for it.
Right, thanks. And any particular reason for the year-long layoff? Because you've been in the past known to fight quite regularly. So was there any particular reason? I think you last fought in 2019. So
Corona, I think that kind of put a stop to a few things. I put it down to Corona. Yeah, I was ready to fight from the start of the year, but the world had different plans, and I think everything happens for a reason. So it's given me a long time to prepare, like not just for this fight, but just in everything, my training, mentally. I kind of went back to my roots there for a little bit and kind of had to think about what I want to do. So it's good time off. I feel good and ready to get a win, man. I'm ready to get a win, that's for sure.
great, thanks for that. And just the last one from me before I let you go, is the walkout music still going to be "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion, or do we get to listen to something new?
Nah. Change it up. I always change it up. It'll be a banger for sure, though. It'll be a banger for sure, as it always is.
Right, that's all for me, Ty. Thank you so very much, and have a great fight this Sunday.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
And that's all we have for you today, Ty. Good luck this weekend.
Sweet ass. Thank you.
Bye.